What's going on YouTube? It is Adrian Hawkins of HawkFit bringing you another video. Today we've got the doctor in the building. We're going to take a look at some different things. Honestly, this time I have no idea what he's got planned or no idea what he wants to take a look at. So with that being said, let's go find him and jump right into it.
So we're working on your flexors and your extensors. And we're trying to do it in such a way. We've been working on his arms because of the clicking sound that happens when he flexes and extends his wrist. And we're trying to wear up those, but also at the same time we're trying not to aggravate the bursa and the tendons that run through certain grooves in between here. So what the decision made is we're going to use therapy bands. And the therapy bands, all we're going to do with them is he's going to hold it, but without flexing and extending, so that the tendons are not skipping out of the grooves that they have to stay in. So he's going to basically do it's going to be negative exercises. So someone, if he can, without using your bicep, just holding on to that. 1, 5, 6, and we're using the good hand first, so that we know that he's really feeling the forearms, and we're resting it on the arms of the chair, so that the bicep is not engaged in the lifting. Can you feel that? What are you feeling?
Right here.
Good. And that's what we want, without the bicep working. So I am bouncing up and down while he's holding that therapy band. So that's one way of doing it. And another way of doing it is where I just hold it at the full extension of that arm. And then we time 30 seconds. Are you feeling that burn in there?
I am.
Yeah.
I'll probably feel it in 20 seconds.
So you go ahead and tell him how that feels for you, between the two. After wearing it out with the pulses, and now we're just doing isometric. Just no movement.
So with the bouncing, obviously you can feel it. You're trying to grip the handle and keep your hand flat against the chair. But I mean, the burn, obviously you can see where the veins are starting to come in. You can see the muscles that are working here. Obviously the fatigue is coming right here without trying to flex the bicep. But I feel the burn right here the most. And
that's for his flexion of the wrist. And you can see the blueness of his hand. That's
just me. I'm cold overall today. Let's see,
so that's one. And then we go to the next grade. Are you feeling that arm?
I'm feeling it.
Okay. Ready?
Well, I was saying that I'm into my low carb days.
Yeah, hold it high. You feeling that forearm? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, no, I do.
5.
So now it's a little bit tougher, more tension in the band.
It's a bigger band,
so
it's a heavier band.
Heavier, thicker, and so now I actually have to focus a little bit more on actually squeezing the forearm, and I think it's evident in the video. You can see it. There's more veins popping out.
So meanwhile, we're not doing what? We're not making the ligaments and the tendons have to come out of the groove because he's flexing.
That was interesting.
You feeling the burn more when I take the thumb off?
If I try to supinate it a little bit, it definitely starts to burn.
Yeah, there you go, right there.
If I try to get the pinky up a little bit,
Bring it up.
I can feel it all around here.
You feeling that?
So now I feel a lot of tension right here, just with the band. You can see
You can see the flexors are now working.
The flexors are popping out. Look at me. Look at that. I got half a fingernail showing right there.
So this is good for you. So if I wasn't here with you, you would step on it. I mean, look at that, what that does to that arm without you moving that joint. Bring it higher, higher. There you go. And you hold it right there. 5, 6, 7, the number is 10. 8, higher, higher, and 9, and that's it. Whew. So what does that feel like?
Feels like fatigue.
So, but that's without doing what? Without lifting that. As a matter of fact, there's more pump in there just from you
Holding it.
holding it. But that does not sacrifice what?
Ligaments.
The ligament
clicking.
or the tendon.
Tendon.
What's that?
Oh, just observe it.
Okay, so now we do the reverse. So now the reverse is. So now you can see the carpa that is going back now. So here's another way.
Yeah.
What does that feel like? You should be feeling that extensor right away almost.
I am. I'm still fatigued from just doing the other 3 sets.
20, 19, 18, 17,
We're-
16, 15.
And you guys can see, I think you can see the veins starting to come out a little bit. We're back to using a band with light tension or low tension.
And the extensors are weaker than the flexors, because the flexor you have a little bit more anchorage. Here there's not much. Here, go grab it.
Now we're switching up the bands here.
Higher.
Now we're to the heavy tension band.
Are you feeling that work?
I'm feeling it. Let's see if I can. Right along here. And then a little bit on the outside. Oh, you guys can't see. Basically, yeah.
There. Oh, look at that.
So they're right along here.
And this is all through the therapy band, and you can see that grip that he has. Good. And that's it. And finish with this. Ready?
We're ready.
So I'll change it to the purple now.
So we've got the purple band. So now I can feel it right here.
10.
I held it just a little bit higher right here. Instead of holding it straight out, it's up just a little bit. And I can feel it a lot now. Yeah, that's a full forearm workout
Without doing what? Back and forth.
without back and forth.
And that's the good one, without aggravating
This
the
whole thing
tendons
is
that
tight.
Yeah. All right, let's do the other side from the beginning.
All right, now we're gonna do, let's see here. Now we're gonna do
The
hand
affected
that-
arm. The affected arm, I know. Yeah, right there.
So, I think it was 2 weeks ago we did a forearm video, and now, let's see, for a few days I've been wearing these for almost 24 hours a day. One here, the other one here, and so now we're just gonna test it out and see where I'm at. I also pulled forearm lifts out of my workout last week just to give it some time to rest. So now we're gonna.
And today, what we're doing today is we're not going to do a forearm workout, but we're going to do isometric workout. We're going to do an isometric workout so that it is not creating that click. It's just holding it in that position so that those flexor carpi and the extensor carpi and the brevis longus and all those are working without him moving that joint. We want the strength or the elasticity or the endurance not to be reduced, but we still don't want to affect the clicking that comes out of tightness within that muscle. All right?
I think I'm gonna move it.
So bring it back.
So here, you can see, basically just right at the edge, holding, starting with a light band, very little resistance. Basically at this point, I'm just gripping the handle. And I'm also trying to not use my bicep or my shoulder,
Very important. On
which I've been known to do because this is the work that Dr. Menu has been doing for the past year.
Are you feeling something there working now?
Yep, a little bit.
So if I wasn't here with you, all you'll do is step on it. 1 second. Good. Do you feel that there? And if it's not, we'll make it more aggressive. And then you sustain that. There you go. And bring it down. There you go. Do you feel that there?
I do.
Yeah. And this is if I wasn't with you. So you just hold it that way. So you're not aggravating the tendons that run through that tract within the retinaculum ligament.
And how many sets would you do this for and for
I
how
do
long?
4 minutes total.
4 minutes total?
So 1 minute every level of color.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm not with you. But since I'm here with you, I'll continue. I'll do the pulses so you can step off it.
Okay.
Yeah. This is so that you don't lose what? The endurance of the forearm.
Okay.
But what we're trying to do, we're still giving that rest, you know.
So now I don't know if the camera will pick this up just because of the lighting.
Oh, you can see that. Yeah.
But every time he pulls down, you can see the veins just start to pop out a little bit.
Yeah, and that's the advantage of having someone else with you. Good. Your hands should be working too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. I don't know if you guys can see that, but my hands are freezing. One of the effects of dieting.
Yeah, I feel it. Hold it down there. You feel that? So I feel it on top. Yeah, bring it up.
So that tight muscle is trying to find a way to work. And he doesn't know how to. Let's turn it more that way, right there, and hold it high. Tell me when it changes.
Okay, it changed.
Yeah, where did it go?
Now it's here.
And then just here, right there.
So before, where I felt it right here on this side, on this arm, I'm feeling it on the underside, on the top of the forearm. So yeah, I'm feeling it down through here.
Good. All right, next one.
So I felt it right through there
Without any clicking, yeah. Heavier.
with no clicking. And does it matter if you thumb or no thumb or?
Yeah, when you have a thumb, it assists it.
Okay.
If you don't have a thumb, then you really are getting those. But the longest, because the one that is concerned for us is that one, you know, because that's the one that clicks on that side. Yeah. Do you feel that there? Are you feeling that? Yeah. there.
Now, yeah, if I lean back a little bit, I
Yeah,
feel
there
it.
you go. And I think that's what was happening. You're leaning forward, and that was the takeaway. Yeah, there you go. You feel that?
I do. Yep, so now the veins are starting to come out. The fatigue is kicking in, the body's trying to get oxygen there.
Yeah. A little higher. There you go. So why don't you give me small pulses, small ones. Small too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You feel that burn?
I do.
10. 5 more. 5, 4. No, not. That's a little one.
Just little ones?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. That's good. Last one. Feel that?
Oh yeah. I can still feel it fighting to go back on the old track.
Yeah.
I know there's a light right above us, which is kind of giving us a little discoloration, but just see that?
I saw that click.
And I basically had red line from wearing that band.
And then hold again.
Right there.
Yeah. Right there. You hold it right there. Is the burn still there or does it change?
Yep. Right all the way up through here.
Good. All right. Now reverse.
I can see a little bit of the red on the camera. Just from wearing those straps so much.
Hold it higher. Yeah. You feel that?
I am. So I wonder if I got hives right here. These small little bumps. So with this hand, would I keep with the heavy tension band as well, or
So tell
Would
me
I
about
start
feels
out-
with no thumb. Sorry, not to be
would I? Yeah, I feel it.
good. Because the thumb is on it.
Yeah, no thumb. You definitely. Oh, let's see. If I'm not using my thumb to grip it, definitely a little more challenging this way because it can. It's basically my 4 fingers trying to hold it as he's pulling down.
Yeah, give me a small. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Ooh.
I mean, look at that.
Oh yeah, you can see the red a little bit.
So we'll do the thumb first, and then we'll switch the thumb. But let's change this so it goes this way.
So with thumb or no thumb?
With thumb for the first few until you stabilize that, and then we'll take the thumb off.
So now we've got the heavy band coming in. We'll start off with thumb.
Hello, hello, Dave. And put your thumb on top.
Now I've switched it over. No thumb, as you can see. Now the resistance is a lot more. It's a lot harder. Heavy burn coming in right here, around the side. Particularly right here.
Ten, 13, 15, 16, almost 17, numbers 25, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25.
Ooh, that was about to just come out of my fingers. Ooh.
So you can see what that does.
I couldn't even give you a forearm flex right now if I tried. It's so shot, so
Yeah.
depleted.
But you can see without moving that joint, we did some work on it. I mean, and it's got the same pump. It's got the same, we've done some work with this form, but it was all therapy bands. And he feels, I mean, what does that feel like for you? What does,
I can't, I mean, just even, oh, I'm coming back a little bit, but right when I was done, it was exhausted. I couldn't flex very hard.
yeah, so that's good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna adjust your shoulder, your left side there, and I'm gonna adjust the elbow if there's anything there to adjust. So here-
Shoulder and an elbow.
Yeah, so while you're there.
Ooh. Cracked right in between my wrist and my forearm meat.
Now you can lie on top of the endless face down. So you feel that release?
I do.
Then before you do anything. Breathe in, and I want this higher, and then breathe out. A little bit in there. Breathe in, and out. Got Mr. Beast mode here. 1, 2.
Just bouncing to the other side. Breathe in, and breathe out. That's it.
Yeah, I could tell you were gonna, that would be an easy one. Even before you did, I was like, oh, this side's ready to go.
All right, I'll let you converse with your people. Good job today, man.
All right. It's a good thing he did that today, because I've got shoulders coming up tomorrow. So let's see how that works out. But today, a little work on the forearm, a little work on the shoulder. I think in the last video I mentioned that or Dr. Menu mentioned that he wanted to do some, fix the left hip a little bit. So we looked at doing that and we postponed it today just to do a little work on the forearm and see how it was going, see how recovery was coming along. And then next week, I think Dr. Menu is going to be out of town. He's going to be going back to Africa. So there probably won't be a video coming up with Dr. Menu. And it'll probably just be like a physique update video, something along those lines. And then after that, we'll have another video coming out in which we'll go back and we'll look at the symmetry again, but this time we'll probably add some calipers in there just to kind of look at body measurements, since we're starting to get to that point, because I think by that time I'll be like either 10 or 11 weeks out, so it's just to kind of start dinking around and see where we're at. But until then, I will see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.